Nicole Kidman, the iconic Hollywood star known for her elegance, talent, and grace, has always been the center of attention, both on and off the screen. From blockbuster films to award-winning performances, she has captured the hearts of millions. But recently, it seems that the spotlight has shifted from her professional achievements to her personal life. Fans and entertainment insiders are buzzing with whispers about a new chapter in her romantic world, and the name causing the biggest stir might surprise you: Zac Efron. Yes, you read that right. The heartthrob known for his boyish charm and unforgettable performances in both musical comedies and dramatic roles is suddenly linked to one of Hollywood's most respected actresses. The idea itself seems almost cinematic: a seasoned actress navigating life after a high-profile divorce, and a younger Hollywood star who has shared the screen with her, potentially stepping into her romantic orbit. The timing of this speculation only adds to the intrigue. Nicole Kidman finalized her divorce from country music superstar Keith Urban in September 2025, ending a marriage that had captured public attention for nearly 2 decades. Divorce, especially after so many years, is never easy, and sources close to Nicole say that she was deeply shaken by the split. She had envisioned a lifelong partnership with Keith, and the sudden reality of being single again forced her to confront emotions and possibilities she hadn't considered in years. Fans of both Nicole and Keith were quick to express their empathy, but what's truly fascinating is how her circle of friends is influencing the next steps in her personal life. According to reports, Nicole's friends are quietly nudging her to explore relationships with younger men, a trend that seems to be gaining traction among powerful women in Hollywood. They see this as a way for her to rediscover joy, excitement, and a fresh perspective on love. And in these conversations, one name keeps resurfacing: Zac Efron. The chemistry they shared during their collaboration on the 2024 film A Family Affair didn't go unnoticed by fans or industry insiders. On screen, their connection was magnetic, sparking admiration and curiosity among viewers. Off-screen, however, Nicole initially had no romantic interest in Zac. In fact, she was so devoted to Keith at the time that she reportedly even tried to set Zac up with other people. Now, everything has changed. Free from the bonds of her previous marriage and encouraged by those around her, Nicole is reportedly re-evaluating her perspective on love and potential partners. Could Zac Efron, once just a co-star, now become a romantic interest? While the rumors are unverified, the mere possibility has set social media and entertainment circles abuzz. Fans are speculating, tabloids are reporting, and insiders are hinting that Nicole might be more open to testing the waters than ever before. In Hollywood, timing and opportunity often intersect in unexpected ways, and Nicole's post-divorce life is no exception. The combination of personal freedom, close friend encouragement, and past familiarity with Zac creates a story that feels as compelling as any blockbuster plot. Could this be the start of a new, headline-making romance? Or is it simply the latest chapter in a Hollywood rumor mill? What's certain is that all eyes are now on Nicole Kidman, watching as she navigates this delicate and fascinating phase of her life where love, opportunity, and speculation collide. And this is just the beginning. Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban's marriage was long admired as one of Hollywood's more enduring partnerships. Spanning nearly 2 decades, their union appeared solid, filled with shared successes, public displays of affection, and mutual support in both career and personal endeavors. To fans, it seemed like a love story built to last, a rare Hollywood pairing where 2 high-profile individuals managed to maintain both romance and stability. But behind the glamorous appearances and red carpet smiles, cracks had begun to show, subtle at first, almost imperceptible to outsiders. By the time September 2025 arrived, those cracks had widened into a definitive split, culminating in a finalized divorce that sent shockwaves through entertainment circles. The announcement of their separation was concise but emotionally loaded. Reports cited irreconcilable differences, a phrase that, while standard in legal filings, barely scratches the surface of the emotional toll it took on both parties. Sources close to the couple revealed that Nicole had been profoundly affected by the ending of a marriage she had once envisioned lasting forever. Unlike fleeting relationships that dissolve quietly, Nicole and Keith's divorce carried the weight of years of shared experiences, raising children, supporting careers across continents, and weathering the public scrutiny that comes with being constantly in the spotlight. For someone who had invested so much emotionally, the transition from being half of a celebrity power couple to single life was anything but simple. Friends and insiders describe a period of deep reflection for Nicole following the split. She reportedly spent weeks processing the emotional upheaval, revisiting memories of her marriage and slowly coming to terms with the fact that this chapter of her life had truly ended. It wasn't just about heartbreak, it was about recalibrating an entire sense of self. Nicole, who had always carried herself with poise and composure, now had to navigate feelings of vulnerability, uncertainty, and a surprising freedom that she hadn't experienced in years. In this delicate phase, the influence of close friends became crucial as they provided both support and gentle encouragement to reimagine what her future could look like. An interesting aspect of Nicole's post-divorce journey is the way it highlights personal growth and self-discovery. While she had once prioritized her marriage and family life, the split opened doors for her to consider possibilities she had previously set aside. It's in this context that speculation about new relationships, including potential interest in younger men, has emerged. Nicole's friends, according to reports, see this as a moment for her to explore life with a fresh perspective, a chance to embrace experiences, connections, and perhaps even romance that align with her current state of mind. The divorce also set the stage for public curiosity and media scrutiny. Nicole Kidman has always commanded attention, but a high-profile separation adds another layer of intrigue. Fans, entertainment reporters, and Hollywood insiders alike began speculating on how she would navigate life after Keith Urban. Would she retreat from public view, focusing solely on career and family? Or would she boldly embrace new opportunities, both personally and professionally, without hesitation? What makes this period particularly fascinating is the contrast between Nicole's public composure and the private vulnerability she reportedly experienced. It's a delicate balance, maintaining the image of a confident, elegant Hollywood star while internally processing one of the most significant personal upheavals of her life. And as friends began subtly nudging her toward exploring relationships with younger men, including the intriguing prospect of Zac Efron, the narrative became even more captivating. In essence, a divorce wasn't just an ending, it was a catalyst for transformation, growth, and, potentially, a headline-grabbing new romance. After Nicole Kidman finalized her divorce from Keith Urban, her inner circle of friends quickly became a guiding force, helping her navigate the complex emotions and life changes that followed. While divorce can be a lonely and challenging experience, Nicole is surrounded by people who deeply care about her happiness, and they've been encouraging her to embrace this new chapter fully. Sources suggest that her friends are subtly nudging her to explore the world of romance once again, but this time with a twist. They believe she should consider younger men, and it might seem surprising given Nicole's age and the Hollywood norms she has lived by for decades, but this isn't unusual in her social circles. There's reportedly a trend among powerful, high-profile women quietly choosing partners who are younger, dynamic, and vibrant, a way to rediscover excitement, energy, and playfulness in life. These women, many of whom are well known in the entertainment and fashion industries, have shown that age need not be a barrier to meaningful connections. Nicole's friends see her as someone ready to embrace that same energy, to step outside conventional expectations, and to open her heart to possibilities she may not have considered before. The influence of friends in this situation goes beyond casual advice. People close to Nicole have reportedly been sharing stories of other women in Hollywood who found joy and even love with younger partners after divorces or life transitions. These examples serve both as inspiration and validation, subtly encouraging Nicole to rethink her perspective on romance. By framing it as a trend among empowered women rather than a radical departure, they make the idea feel natural, exciting, and even empowering. It's less about breaking norms and more about embracing personal freedom, agency, and the right timing for self-discovery. Within these conversations, one name keeps resurfacing: Zac Efron. The buzz isn't just idle gossip. Nicole and Zac's collaboration on A Family Affair in 2024 created undeniable on-screen chemistry, and it seems her friends haven't forgotten it. While Nicole reportedly saw him only as a co-star at the time and even attempted to set him up with others, the context has shifted dramatically. She is no longer bound by the commitments of her marriage, and her friends see this as a rare opportunity for a genuine connection with someone she already knows and respects professionally. The idea of testing the waters with Zac has moved from a playful suggestion to something her close circle actively encourages. Insiders suggest that these conversations are often casual but persistent, reflecting the care and urgency her friends feel about her happiness. They are not pressuring her, but they are framing the idea in a way that highlights potential joy, compatibility, and excitement. This gentle yet persuasive guidance has added fuel to media speculation and fan curiosity. Social media, as expected, has been abuzz with discussions about what such a pairing could mean, but the real story lies in how these private conversations may influence Nicole's personal choices in the near future. What's particularly interesting is how this trend among powerful women intersects with Nicole's unique situation. situation. She isn't just a celebrity navigating public scrutiny, she's someone whose private life has been intensely observed and commented on for decades. The encouragement to explore relationships with younger men, including the suggestion of Zac Efron, isn't simply a rumor, it's part of a broader narrative about empowerment, reinvention, and embracing life after major transitions. And as Nicole continues to process her emotions, consider her options, and weigh the advice of those she trusts, fans and insiders alike remain captivated, eager to see which path she will take next. When the topic of Nicole Kidman potentially exploring romance after her divorce arises, one name keeps coming up in conversations among fans and insiders alike: Zac Efron. Known for his boyish charm, striking looks, and versatile acting range, Zac is no stranger to Hollywood headlines. Yet the idea of him being linked romantically to Nicole, a seasoned and elegant actress nearly 2 decades his senior, has sparked curiosity, speculation, and a fair amount of intrigue. What makes this connection particularly fascinating is that their relationship isn't just a product of tabloid imagination. They've worked together, and the chemistry between them, even on screen, has been widely noted. The two stars collaborated on the 2024 movie A Family Affair, a film that quickly captured audiences' attention for its unexpected pairing of talent. Nicole's grace and emotional depth complemented Zac's charisma and youthful energy, creating scenes that felt authentic, vibrant, and compelling. Critics and fans alike praised their performances, often commenting on the natural rapport that seemed to exist between them beyond the scripted dialogue. While fans read into every glance and interaction, at the time, Nicole reportedly saw Zac purely as a co-star and friend. She had been deeply devoted to Keith Urban, and romantic consideration was simply not on her radar. In fact, sources say that she even tried to match Zac with others, suggesting that she recognized his appeal but was firmly committed to her marriage. Now, the dynamic has shifted. Nicole's post-divorce life has brought about a reassessment of past perceptions and potential relationships. Friends suggest that someone who was once just a colleague or someone to be set up with others might now be seen through a completely different lens. The chemistry that was once purely professional is now being reconsidered in a personal context. It's an intriguing transition, from admiration and on-screen collaboration to potential romantic curiosity. And in Hollywood, such shifts, while not uncommon, are always a topic of fascination. The potential pairing also highlights the allure of familiarity. Nicole doesn't have to start from scratch with Zac. They already share a mutual understanding, respect, and an established dynamic. This foundation, according to insiders, makes the idea of a romance feel less daunting and more plausible. It's not just about physical attraction or the thrill of celebrity, it's about shared experiences, professional synergy, and the rare possibility of exploring something new with someone she already knows. The scenario reads almost like a script itself. Two actors, a former marriage behind her, a fresh perspective on life, and the tantalizing possibility of a connection that has been quietly simmering. Of course, speculation is just that, unverified and fueled by curiosity, reports, and insider whispers. Yet the story continues to captivate audiences because it combines elements of Hollywood glamour, age-defying possibilities, and emotional intrigue. Fans are left wondering, could this on-screen chemistry translate into real-life romance? Could Zac, known for his charm and adventurous spirit, be the one to help Nicole rediscover joy and connection after a tumultuous personal chapter? The tension of the unknown is what keeps people engaged, speculating, and eager for the next development. In essence, the Zac Efron connection is not just about rumors, it's a narrative ripe with curiosity, emotional stakes, and cinematic potential. And as Nicole navigates this period of transition, the world is watching closely, anticipating whether the spark seen on film might ignite into something far more personal. While nothing has been confirmed, the possibility alone is enough to keep fans intrigued, social media buzzing, and Hollywood insiders whispering behind closed doors. The story is far from over, and what happens next could become one of the most talked about celebrity narratives of the year. Life after divorce often brings clarity, reflection, and sometimes surprising shifts in perspective, and Nicole Kidman is reportedly experiencing all of this in full force. After nearly 2 decades of marriage to Keith Urban, she is now navigating single life, a world that she hasn't fully explored in years. Sources close to the actress reveal that this period has given her a fresh outlook on relationships, love, and even herself. Where she once measured possibilities against a lifelong commitment that no longer exists, she now has the freedom to consider options she may have never seriously entertained before. And in this new frame of mind, Zac Efron is no longer just a co-star or a charming presence on screen, he is someone her friends think she might genuinely connect with. The emotional transition for Nicole hasn't been simple. Ending a long-term marriage, even under amicable circumstances, brings with it a mix of grief, relief, uncertainty, and curiosity. Friends describe her as thoughtful, cautious, and reflective, taking time to process the reality of her single status while slowly opening herself to the idea of new connections. What makes this moment particularly intriguing is how her perspective on Zac has evolved. Where once she admired him from a distance and even tried to set him up with others, she is now reportedly seeing him through a different lens, recognizing qualities that could make a real romantic match. Friends have been key in shaping this new perspective. Rather than pushing her into something impulsive, they are encouraging exploration, gentle nudges, suggestions, and shared anecdotes that frame the idea of dating younger men, including Zac, as both exciting and entirely natural. This guidance has helped Nicole consider a broader spectrum of possibilities, from casual companionship to deeper emotional connections. It's a delicate balance. She wants to honor her own pace, her feelings, and her instincts while also recognizing opportunities that may not have existed before. The combination of emotional freedom, personal growth, and trusted advice has made her more open to experimenting with her love life than she might have been even a few months ago. Another element of Nicole's new perspective is the appreciation for familiarity. With Zac, she already knows his personality, professionalism, and character in ways that other potential partners may not allow. This pre-existing connection reduces uncertainty and builds confidence, creating an environment where curiosity about romance feels safer and more approachable. According to insiders, Nicole is now asking herself questions she never considered before. Could someone I already respect and enjoy working with bring happiness into my personal life? Could this new chapter be more than just experimentation? These reflections indicate a thoughtful, measured approach rather than impulsive celebrity gossip. Of course, speculation remains just that, unverified and framed by both media attention and insider whispers. Yet it's the very possibility of Nicole re-evaluating her relationships and her past assumptions that keeps fans captivated. Her post-divorce mindset embodies growth, self-awareness, and the willingness to embrace experiences that were previously out of reach. The combination of emotional maturity, newfound freedom, and supportive friends creates the perfect setup for potential surprises, including the tantalizing prospect of a connection with Zac Efron. Nicole's new perspective isn't just about romance, it's about reclaiming her life, exploring joy, and testing boundaries she may have unconsciously set for herself. And while the world watches and speculates, she continues her journey quietly, thoughtfully, and, perhaps, with an openness to possibilities that could redefine her personal life in ways no one expected. In Hollywood, rumors travel fast, and when it comes to Nicole Kidman's post-divorce life, the speculation has been relentless. While nothing has been officially confirmed, insiders have provided tantalizing hints that keep fans glued to the story. According to sources close to the actress, friends have been gently nudging her to explore possibilities with Zac Efron, suggesting that rather than just admiring him from afar, or even trying to set him up with others, she might consider seeing where a connection could lead personally. These whispers, while unverified, are enough to spark imagination and intrigue, blending the lines between professional admiration, personal curiosity, and Hollywood romance speculation. One insider reportedly stated, "Her friends are saying she should forget matchmaking and test the waters with him herself." It's a simple phrase, but in the context of Nicole's carefully managed life, it carries significant weight. It hints at the potential for exploration without forcing commitment, framing the idea as an opportunity rather than pressure. In other words, Nicole has the chance to navigate this potential connection on her own terms, guided by curiosity and genuine interest rather than external expectations. The subtlety of the advice makes it even more compelling, as it suggests both autonomy and emotional possibility. What makes these insider accounts particularly fascinating is the careful framing of speculation. Nothing is being presented as fact, yet every detail seems designed to hint at excitement, possibility, and intrigue. Sources note that Nicole's friends are motivated purely by concern for her happiness. They've seen her through emotional upheaval, witnessed the adjustment to single life, and are encouraging her to explore options that may bring joy, companionship, or even romance. The story is carefully layered. It's part encouragement, part observation, and part speculation, creating a narrative that fans can follow while understanding that it's not confirmed. The framing of rumors is critical here. In celebrity reporting, misrepresentation can easily spread, yet in Nicole's case, the insider's comments emphasize intention, emotion, and opportunity. They make it clear that the actress is not being coerced or rushed, but instead is being offered the chance to reconsider relationships she once dismissed. By couching these insights in phrases like, "It's been said that," or reports suggest, the narrative maintains credibility while still being undeniably engaging. This method of framing ensures that audiences remain invested, waiting to see whether curiosity transforms into action or remains mere speculation. Additionally, the insider perspective adds a layer of depth to the story, suggesting that Nicole is navigating this stage thoughtfully. The rumors aren't about scandal or drama, they're about emotional possibility, growth, and the potential for a meaningful connection that aligns with her current state of mind. In a sense, the speculation functions as a narrative bridge between her past, her life with Keith Urban, and her future, which may involve exploration, unexpected companionship, and personal rediscovery. Fans are captivated because this narrative combines relatability with the allure of Hollywood mystery. Everyone is curious about what happens when a powerful, elegant woman re-examines her options after a major life change, especially when someone like Zac Efron enters the conversation. The suspense, emotional nuance, and insider hints keep audiences engaged, eager for updates, and fascinated by the possibility that Nicole's personal life could take an exciting, unexpected turn. And while nothing is official, the insider details have successfully created a sense of anticipation, leaving fans and the media watching closely, waiting for the next chapter to unfold. As Nicole Kidman continues navigating life after her high-profile divorce from Keith Urban, one thing is clear: her personal journey is far from ordinary, and the world is watching closely. The combination of her emotional growth, newfound freedom, and supportive circle of friends has opened the door to possibilities she may never have considered before. Among those possibilities is the tantalizing, highly speculative notion of a connection with Zac Efron, a pairing that has captured public imagination, sparked endless conversation, and created a narrative that feels as compelling as any film she's starred in. What makes this story so captivating is the delicate balance between reality and speculation. Nicole is not merely a figure in a celebrity rumor mill, she's a woman experiencing a profound transition in her life, reassessing what she wants in love, companionship, and happiness. Friends and insiders describe her as reflective, cautious, and thoughtful, yet increasingly open to exploring new dynamics. While Zac Efron remains a name whispered in conversations rather than confirmed as a romantic partner, the context of their past collaboration, combined with her friends' encouragement and her post-divorce perspective, makes the possibility feel surprisingly plausible. Fans and entertainment watchers alike are drawn to the story because it touches on universal themes: reinvention, curiosity, and the pursuit of happiness after loss. Nicole's journey reminds audiences that even those in the most glamorous, seemingly perfect situations experience vulnerability, doubt, and the challenge of starting anew. Her friends' subtle nudges toward younger partners and the repeated mentions of Zac Efron introduce a layer of intrigue that feels both relatable and aspirational. People are fascinated by how a woman of her stature navigates love, and the uncertainty adds to the suspense. Could she take a chance, or will she continue prioritizing reflection and self-discovery? The speculation also highlights a fascinating trend among influential women: the courage to step outside societal expectations and embrace relationships on their own terms. Nicole's situation, though unique in its Hollywood intensity, mirrors broader conversations about empowerment, timing, and choice. The idea that she might consider Zac Efron, someone she already knows and respects, adds a cinematic layer to the narrative, a real-life what-if story that blends romance, curiosity, and the unpredictable nature of human connection. As the story unfolds, one thing is certain: the public's interest is insatiable. Every appearance, interview, or social media post becomes fodder for speculation. Yet behind the headlines, Nicole is quietly exploring life, her options, and her happiness. Whether or not a romance with Zac Efron ever materializes, the narrative itself has already captured imaginations and sparked conversations. It's a reminder that the most compelling stories are often those that remain just on the edge of certainty, leaving room for possibility, hope, and surprise. In the end, Nicole Kidman's post-divorce journey is a story about more than celebrity gossip. It's about self-discovery, courage, and the unpredictable twists that life can present. With friends guiding her, options opening up, and speculation swirling, she stands at a crossroads where curiosity and opportunity collide. And while the world waits to see what happens next, one thing is undeniable: the next chapter in Nicole's life promises to be as intriguing, surprising, and headline-grabbing as any of her on-screen performances. Could Zac Efron be part of that chapter? Only time will tell, but for now, the anticipation alone is enough to keep everyone watching.